Hello everyone, welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. So in the last part, Alexius sent us back like in time. So we're just chilling here and we have to find our way out. And in the last part I couldn't find my way out, so I was like, I'm gonna just do this later. But what I didn't realize is that we need to find 5 red lyrium shards. So that's what we're gonna do. I literally just picked it up right now, right before I started the game, and Dorian was like, what the hell is that? Keep it, I want to see it. So that's basically all he said. And that's, yeah, I don't have any more like room for anything, so, but we have to keep looking for the red lyrium shards. So that's what I'm guessing. The shards. So we're gonna get the shards, and then we're gonna get the heck out of here. Move, Solus. Oh, I got gold. Nice.
Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Did I figure it out? Oh my gosh. Hurry. Over here, right? Guys, I did it! No way. I hope I'd find you here. Let's finish this. You're here alone. How could you do all that? Do you want to be? Oh gosh, what emotion should I portray? You'll pay for this. Let's finish this. You're here alone. Let's ask you're here alone. I feel like all I do is ask questions, and I'm just gonna keep asking questions.
No Venatori this time, Alexius. Where's the trap? Your guards?
There's no longer any point. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
The end? I was expecting a fight. It can be undone. The end?
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all.
Oh.
Felix.
Felix! Oh no.
Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son.
That's not safe.
I'll do anything you ask.
Hand over the amulet and we
I don't know what to do.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
No!
No. Time's up.
Oh, we did it. Good, 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 good.
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
This must be hard for you. We can still help him. I just want to go home. Let's say this must be hard for you.
I know you cared for him.
Once he was a man to whom I compared all others. Sad, isn't
Oh,
it?
no.
This is the
it's
same
not.
amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief.
Oh,
Give me an
no.
hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now.
No, we don't even have any health.
The Elder One.
You cannot stay here.
hold the outer door. When they get past us, it'll be your turn.
I won't let you die. Is there another way? We'll do our best. I don't think I can do this. Isn't there another way?
I can't let you kill yourself for me. There must be another way.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast
Oh
your
gosh.
spell. You have as much time as I have arrows.
She's like, I only got one arrow. Oh no, Solis!
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame.
No.
Rustic, guide me. Maker, take me to your
This
side.
is insane.
You move, and we all die!
Oh no. Guys, I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh.
You'll have to do better than that.
Oh my gosh, you guys, that was so... You must surrender, that's all. You're done here. You must surrender.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Oof, it's tough.
Well, I'm glad that's over with.
Oh, who's that?
Or not.
Grand Enchanter,
Who is
we'd
that?
like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties,
When we offered the Mage's Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Anora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
We could offer you our protection. We still need mages. You'll come with us. We could offer you protection.
The Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
I don't
Hopefully
know.
better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I suggest conscripting them. They've proven what they'll do given too much freedom.
They have lost all possible supporters. The Inquisition is their only remaining chance for freedom.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Conscript the Royal Mages into service of the Inquisition. You're our allies. Offer the Royal Mages a full alliance. You're our allies.
We would be honored to have you
Solis
fight as
greatly
allies at
approves.
the
Yes!
Inquisition's side.
We'll discuss this later.
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition...
Cassandra,
honors your
calm down.
promise then.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
Blackwall approves.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get
Wow, a lot
better
of people
one from
disapprove.
us.
We accept. It would be madness not to.
Oh,
I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
yes, I'm so happy. Dude, look at my person. She's so pretty. I love her yellow hair. I'm actually so mad about that.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance,
Colin, shut up.
it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
Hey, we need their cooperation. They deserve freedom. Consider this their probation. I lied to them. They deserve freedom.
They're not monsters. They're people, and they deserve the same respect as anyone else.
This is not about respect.
Why are you
Even
mad?
the
Stop it.
strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it.
Oh, thanks.
The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
We'll need lyrium. I can help. The sooner the better. I saw what's at stake. Let's go now. The sooner the better.
The longer the breach is open, the more damage it does. We should head there as soon as possible.
Agreed. We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
I'd be honored. There goes my nap. I'll be there. I'd be honored.
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
Sorry, my mic was muted. I'm glad you're staying. We'll keep an eye on you. I don't want you here. You want to stay? I'm glad you're staying.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with. Future or
Oh,
present.
that's so nice.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Maker willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
So the next thing to do is, in your heart shall burn with the Inquisition's hard-won allies, it is time to march on the breach and close it. Meet the war room when ready. Oh, I thought that was another thing. I think I want to talk to everyone. I want to talk to Solus. Who's that? Dorian? Oh yeah, we need to talk to we need to talk to everyone. Cassandra, Colin. Oh, there's a thingy. Blackwall. Let's go to. I want to flirt with Solus, so I'm gonna go do that.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel. Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian is certain. What would be the point? No. Dorian is certain.
Dorian was sure. Impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witness.
Thanks for the conversation. Doesn't matter. I saw you there. Thanks for the conversation.
Most people have trouble wrapping their heads around the idea.
I'm not most people.
Oh,
I
wow.
appreciate you talking with me about it. And not.
If you wish me to speak of Elysian fashion, I may be at a loss. Magical surprises I can handle. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halam-Sharal? Cows milking farmers?
You disagree? I'll think of something. It had to be done. You disagree?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
As long as they're like you, is that so terrible? Is that so terrible?
What would be wrong with that exactly?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Investigate. Tell me about the Imperium.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
I find it strange that your mages don't rule anything at all. Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The Magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
What is the Magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
What are you then?
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
Anna,
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
Oh, wow. What about the Archon?
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
But mages do
If
rule.
it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do.
Why does my character look like she's like slouching? Like that's literally me right now. Oh my gosh, that's so accurate to my life.
Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Is that true?
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically, the potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
Is that bad?
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing.
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
I want to ask something else.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
Could
I'm
Tevinter
wondering
be
if
an
the
ally?
Imperium would be a useful ally.
I'd think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice at the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
Is that smart of
It
them?
would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago. We've been fighting the Qunari for what, 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long."
Oh, he's going into it.
The Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
But we're not.
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
That is true.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a heathen. I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
Is blood magic common?
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic, are two different things.
What do you call it?
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
No Templars
The
intervene?
Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. Most of them probably innocent.
No one disagrees?
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
What about slavery?
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah. That is true.
And did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
You're saying they like it? It's not like that here. You're saying they like
You
it?
think slaves like it that way? Don't be ridiculous.
I didn't say they like it. It's all most of them know. In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
Treated poorly. It's true, but do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better? Suppose not.
I suppose not. No.
I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
The Imperium has a
There's an Imperial
Chantry.
Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public.
Huh.
But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Is it really that different? The Black Divine.
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
You have circles?
There are circles of magi in the Imperium.
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce their magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
The Black Divine?
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true Divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
A disagreement?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
Your divine is male.
So, the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magisters who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the Sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Are you religious?
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry.
Oh, you hear that bird?
Whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I agree with you. Let's see. I agree.
I share your opinion, actually.
Sure.
That's not surprising, considering what the Inquisition represents. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry, but I believe in you.
Ah!
The Maker sent you. Whether through
Dorian,
Andraste
bitch! If you weren't gay, I would.
not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
I'm surprised you think that. I agree. You are what we needed most at the moment it needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come. I don't know. I'm surprised you think that.
You don't seem like the religious sort, to be honest.
If you define religious as sitting in a chantry and listening to a blithering hen tell you how to live, then no. If you define it as believing in the possibility that something larger than yourself exists, then yes, by all means. The world is bigger than I, even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe, but I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
Let me ask you something else.
So many questions.
That's it.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Tell me about yourself.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
This whole part is about to be like me just talking to Dorian.
You mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
It's obvious. Oh. If you say so. I hadn't noticed. And beyond you being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone. If you say so, don't push your luck. I hadn't noticed. Oh no. Should I flirt with him? Nah, I don't want to flirt. I'm so okay. Fuck it, I'm gonna flirt with him.
I'm well aware of your fine qualities.
Ah!
Believe me.
Of course you are. You're a discerning and intelligent woman, after all. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis,
Wow.
a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Your family's angry with you. That's enough for now. Why not go back? You don't like the Tevinter? Your family is angry with you.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see?
You don't like careful breeding?
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest.
Oh.
My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood.
Wow.
Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters. I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree. But that's why we kill them.
You don't like the
I'm getting the
Tevinter?
impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people.
Oh.
Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
But why do you care?
It just seems... So much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
That's enough for now.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Oh, have you seen
Have
Alexius?
you been to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
So I'm gonna end the part here. Yeah, I'm gonna end the part here. So that was interesting. I found my way to get to Alexius. That's fun. I'm flirting with my homeboy over here. And, blah, 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 blah. We talked to Dorian a lot. I'm sorry about that. It's just I want to get to know him. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully in the next part, I want to meet the Iron Bull or whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to see how to get him to our thing. Because we talked to that guy, but nothing happened with that. So, that's weird. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!